Hey YouTube family, this is Shylisa and welcome to Perfectly Parker. So you don't have to tell me, I know I'm looking kind of rough. I feel like I look kind of rough. It's been a long week. We started OT and then we're doing speech, and then Parker's in gymnastics twice a week, and then we're starting swim lessons. And then I'm in school. So it's just been a lot going on, and honestly, I am just tired on top of working full-time night shift. So I haven't had a chance to retwist my hair and look all nice for you guys like I try to do when I get on video. But you know, we're just gonna roll with it this one. So the other day I was telling my husband that I may have to go to twice a month this month until Parker starts schools and until we are not in as much activities or whatever, but we'll just kind of wing it and see. So you guys just bear with me. I still plan on loading up Thursdays, the videos. I know I hadn't planned on doing 3 weeks and then last week break it, but unfortunately life happens and we're just gonna roll with it and go from there and just see how it goes, because this has been a lot happening on top of all the things going on with Parker, activities and stuff like that. My niece has moved with me and she brought her little one. He's so adorable. He is almost 9 months. So we are adjusting to a new baby in the house. That is fun. I can't wait to tell you guys about that. But overall, just adjusting to newness, doing activities. Usually Parker's in like a full-time daycare, or last year we did ABA full-time. So this is the first time that she's not in any of that stuff and we're just doing activities. So it's been a little hectic, to say the least anyway. But I wanted to do a video for you guys because I was thinking the other day, we had got Parker's occupational therapy plan goals, their evaluations. They send to the house and it'll tell you what all they thought and developmentally where she's at and things like that. And when topics arise, like for instance, when I'm in a situation and I'll think, oh, I need to do a video about that, I just usually just go and do a video. It feels more genuine. I don't rehearse it. I don't think about what I'm gonna say. I just do it. And so came in. These are her results for her occupational therapy. It talks about where she's at developmentally. It talks about their goals and what they're gonna do. But I wanted to actually talk about one thing that stood out to me, and it always stands out to me, and it's where she's at developmentally, because it never gets old. It never ever gets old. From day one, from when she was diagnosed, even if you think that you're ready, you think that you'll be ready for somebody to tell you that your child is developmentally behind, you really aren't. And I don't think you ever get used to that feeling. I was reading over her results and I was reading over what they thought, and you know, I was thinking, man, we've come a long ways from when we started doing therapies. And then I went to the developmental part, and then of course Parker, for those of you who don't know, she's 6 years old, and it says, you know, developmentally wise, she's probably like a 4-year-old, and which is better than what it used to be. I'll take a 4-year-old, I really would. But it never gets old. It doesn't. It never gets old seeing on paper that your child is developmentally behind. Even from when we moved to Texas, we had to, when she was starting school, we had to get an assessment done to see exactly where she was at, what kind of resources that she was going to be receiving in school. And they did their evaluation, super sweet. And they sent it to me. And reading over the paperwork, I looked at it, and there it goes in big bold letters, developmentally, she is not appropriate. And I don't dwell on it, and it doesn't upset me like it used to. But I would be lying if I said it didn't stand out. It doesn't sting a little bit because of course you want your child to be developmentally appropriate, you know? And it's just one of those things that I don't think you will ever get over. And it's not to make you feel sorry for me, because I sure don't feel sorry for me. I sure don't feel sorry for Parker, because if you had caught us a year ago, we wouldn't have been developmentally at a 4-year-old. When we were 3, they were saying developmentally she was at an 18-month-old. So to hear that she's only 2 years developmentally, and that's just development, that's not intellectually, because she knows more than I could have ever guessed. I'm here to tell you, she's reading, she's writing, she soars way above what I could imagine, thanks to wonderful teachers, therapies, my hard work, my family's hard work. And so I don't feel sorry for her, I don't, but it does make you feel something, to think that on paper, you know, they see your child like that. And it's not even on paper, because you know it's the truth. You know developmentally, that's probably where Parker is at. But if, you know, you're getting it and you think to yourself, when will I ever get used to it? I still have not gotten used to it. I have learned to cope better. I've learned that it's coming. I deal with it with the way I deal with it. But when I get these papers and I always see the age that she's at, it always makes me feel some type of way. And it will probably always make me feel some type of way, you know? But as soon as I feel like that, I usually smack myself into reality, and I think to myself, but look how far we've come, you know? And then I tend to get off that little pity party. Because for a split second I get on there and I'm reading. I was reading to my husband and I'm like, and then I snap myself back. And sometimes you will. You have to snap yourself back. Some days you won't. Sometimes you'll choose to go down that rabbit hole and feel bad. But then as long as you pick yourself up the next day and realize that your baby has come a long ways, like I do, it'll be better, okay? But I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because I got the results and I was like, this would be a really good video to talk about, because I don't really like talking about my feelings. So usually when I run across a topic that I don't like talking about, it's usually the first topic I do for you guys, just FYI. So if it's on here, because I hate talking about my feelings, I just don't. But if it's on here, it's because it's a difficult topic to talk about, and I promised myself the difficult topics that I was going to talk about on here. I want to be honest with you guys. So bear with me this summer. The schedule may be a little goofy. We may do twice a month, every other Thursday, but just hang in there. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. And maybe see you guys next week. Bye.